Hey everybody, welcome back to Watson's Models. Hey model fans, welcome back. I said, Mike, man, you've been cranking out a lot of videos lately, just pushing them out a couple a day. Yeah, there's a reason. Because Mama is in Dallas, and I'm by myself batching it. And I'm going to take advantage of this time alone to get some projects done and work on some things. So there you have it. So if you saw the black and white photos at the beginning of the video, you'll see a strapping young lad standing next to a P40 Warhawk, which is part of the 49th Fighter Group in New Guinea at the time. And that was back in let's see, well, these things are from 44. But the fighter group moved to New Guinea in 42. I got some notes here, okay? So I got to read it. But anyhow, the nose art on the plane is called the Bastard. And it was in the photo that I shared with you, the number on it is 56. John Chreno is my wife's grandfather who served over there. And he was a technical specialist, probably the equivalent of a corporal or something in the Army Air Corps or whatever. But he was kind of like the guy that went out there and you know, like an engineer, you know, and took care of the airfields and made the airstrips and stuff. And supported these units that were engaged in a lot of action. Now, from what I read, and I wrote this down, they moved to New Guinea in October. I'll put it up here. So here's my notes. The unit moved to New Guinea on October of 1942 to help stall the Japanese drive southward from Buna, is it Buna or Bunia or whatever, to Port Moresby. Now, their primary mission down there was they engaged in air defense of that port, okay, Port Moresby. But they also escorted bombers, transports. They attacked enemy installations, supply lines, troop concentrations, all in support of the Allied forces. So that's cool stuff. I have his patch. And this was sent to me by my in-laws because they know that I love military history. And I have some beautiful artwork that he did back in 1944 when he would write his wife, Lou. Now, I don't know if it's Louise or whatever, but it could have been a nickname. She's a beautiful woman, and this guy is an awesome artist. So I'm gonna cover the top of it up so we don't give away any, addresses and stuff, even though they're probably not even accurate anymore. But she was beautiful. To the dearest girl halfway around the world from New Guinea. With all my love, Johnny. Look at that artwork. The guy was awesome. And if that's what she really looked like, oh my goodness. I can almost see a little bit of my wife in this picture. Yeah, it's awesome stuff. Greetings from New Guinea. This might get me banned on YouTube. The kind of stuff that he saw over there. This is all V-mail, you know what I mean? Little Merry Christmas action. I think it's so awesome that they have photocopies of the original mail. This is what we expected, yes, but this is what we found. Very funny. Our soldiers saw some really cool stuff. South Seas Island Magic, chanting melodies too. Paradise Lane. Hello, doll, from New Guinea. Is it just me, or did life just seem so much simpler back then? A little birthday greeting. Very cool. Here one is a wash day in New Guinea. And there's another lady in there. I swear to God, they must be topless over there during while he was there. And then, of course, he did not forget their wedding anniversary. So this is all cool stuff. I love it. And I'm happy that they entrusted me with this. But so what's the gist behind the video? Well, the P40 Warhawk. Now, so I got to clear my throat. It's just water, folks. I was like, oh, P40 Warhawks. Who else here built their first P40 Warhawk back in the 1970s? I got to thinking, well, here's what got me thinking too, not just these things, but when I looked at the analytics on the video that I produced a couple of days ago on the Facebook Marketplace find that I had, this King Tiger, I found that dude for 15 bucks. And I almost had a heart attack. But the video went kind of viral. It's over 8,000 views now. And I'm like, who is watching this stuff? I go into the thing and I check the analytics, and it tells you male, female, age range, all that kind of stuff. So here it is. 99% of the people that watch that video, okay, first of all, it was all male. There was like just 1 or 2% for female. And 99% was over the age of 45, okay? Over 50% of that grouping was age 55 to 65, and then the rest were 65 up on up into the late 70s. So it's interesting that that the appeal of the models and stuff are with guys our age. Okay, I'm turning 57 this year. I don't even remember. I think I'm 57 this year. But so anyhow, I just wanted because now I'm on this nostalgia, P40 thing, and I thought I'd just throw a couple kits up in the air. Who attempted to build this? Raise your hand. Who did a really good job at this? Raise your hand. Not me. This is cool stuff. Do you remember the old black and white vintage instructions? This kit, it's all wood, right, and paper and stuff. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it. Now, I don't see a year on this. Whoa. Holy crap. I must have started this years ago. But here's the instructions, and this is like the full size of the aircraft. Well, hell, I started. I may as well finish it. Right? Nice big decals. This was obviously printed, rubber band powered. These things here were obviously printed later in life. But I thought, man, that's cool. I got to get me an old Gillows airplane kit. And they made all the warbirds, right? You had the P40 Warhawk, Focke-Wulf, Hellcat, Spitfire, Avenger, Stutka, a Nakajima A62MN, a Hurricane Messerschmitt. Yep. So, I did peddle in some of these kits when I was younger. Then, the very first one I built, of course, this is I think this kit was made in may have been 2019. Is there a date on this one? Yeah, I think it's the 2019 time frame. But anyhow, there you have it. Revell. Okay? And this kit's been re-released a million times. And however, it is packed like this. And you only have a couple of... Oop, there went my canopy. Ugh. Just a few sprues. But man, when I built this model, I was crapping in tall cotton. I was like, yeah, I've arrived. Especially when you get the, when you get the old tiger face on the nose. It's all good stuff. So, Revell, good deal. The nostalgia continues, my friends. Yes, it does. So there we have it. Then, I'm going to up my game a little bit. I'm tired of dealing with these little 1/48 scale kits. Let's go to 1/32. 1969 vintage. Revell. Check it. Come on, guys. I know you built this model. If I got old timers following me, you did it. Check out the instructions. Yellowing. Does that bring back memories? 1967. Oh, this was printed. That's the year I was born, in 1967. The kit box says 69. So the instructions are probably just as old as I am. Very cool. All right. So, I am not going to build this model. Here's the decal sheets. It's way too old. I really don't want to get in there and mess with it. But I tell you what, for the age, check out the details. I don't know if you can see those rivets in there or not, but there's a lot of individual rivets. And you know, these guys didn't have computerized CNC machines like we do now. So, to me, that quality is pretty remarkable on the kit. So, I'm going to close this one up, and then I want to show you the one that I just purchased, because I want to pay homage, or is it homage, to John Chreno, our technical specialist in the family. And I would like to get a little figure of him standing next to this aircraft. So, Trumpeter has a 1/32 scale. Okay. P-40. And this kit was in 2019. All right. Here's the box art. Let me show you the box art. All right. And did I see photo etch on there? Sure did. There's photo etch. There's photo etch in them there woods. So, you have a standard set of instructions. Humma, humma, humma. A little bit greater detail. You've got a painting guide. All right, which is two-sided. Excuse me. All right, and then, of course, the parts sprues. Now, this is interesting. You see that little, what looks like a waffle thing going on in there? You can see the light through that. Same thing with up in the wing shot. I wonder if these are supposed to be cut out, depending on what version you're doing. Now, just for grins and giggles, let's open up the other 32nd scale. And I just want to pull the Revell version. Okay. Come on, Watson. So the length, the location of the wheels, all that stuff is pretty damn close. All right. Revell Trumpeter. That's awesome. That's more than awesome. Ailerons. Your tail stuff. I'm not going to pretend to know aircraft nomenclature when it comes to that. Fuselage, I know that one. Okay. Now, in this kit, I don't want to open the bag yet, but there's some really nice recessed detail in there for both the wheels and the cockpit. And this has what appears to be recessed rivets as opposed to raised rivets on this kit. Okay? There's your propeller. Your suspension, landing gear. We have some exhaust pipes. This is all, looks like mostly engine stuff, except for the little bomb guy there. Well, I bet these would look really cool with some dirty down on it. Get that nice rust effect. Okay. The Trumpeter kit also has some photo etch. Pretty large decal sheet. Some advertisements. Gotta have those. And then, I'm not going to open this, but it looks like all your clear stuff and your canopy is in here. Ooh. Rubber tires. Humma, humma, humma. Not quite sure what these are, but I'm sure this has something to do with underneath where the Tiger, you know, the air intake location. So that's the first time I've seen those. I haven't looked in this box yet, so that's kind of cool. A lot of cool parts. So then while I was at it, I went ahead and located this is from Black Dog Mechanics Personnel. And we got a guy here that's dressed up like John Chreno. So instead of working on the aircraft, maybe I can have him working on a piece of equipment or something. And in fact, I may just put this, I'm going to put this right in here with the rest of that. So that's it, folks. P40 Warhawk. Yeah, New Guinea. From 42 to what, 44 or something like that. Our guys and gals saw a lot of action overseas. Got a lot of respect for them. And, you know, when you're that age, they have already forgotten more than I'll ever know. So that's just a fact. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you sticking by and listening to a little bit of family history. And hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. We got snow coming, so I'm hoping I get snowed in because I can work on more models. Now get out there and work on something. But before you do, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I got a button somewhere.